Yes.
Yeah, recording is on. Now we can start. So tell me, what do you mean by error? What do you mean by error?
In the code, which sentence is not correct, then show errors.
That is okay. Anything else other than that? While running the program, do you find any error? Or while running, something gone wrong? Is that error?
Yes.
So in the programming, error refers to unintended behavior. An error refers to unexpected or undesired behavior in a computer program that prevents it from executing as intended. Errors can occur for various reasons. There can be Errors can occur for various reasons and are typically classified into the different types based upon their nature. So you said one error that is of type syntax error. Understanding and effectively handling the errors is crucial for building robust and reliable software. Here are some common types. Syntax error. So you talked about only syntax error. Syntax error, runtime errors. You are trying to write to the file, but file is not available. Logical errors, you can see here. Reference errors, type errors, range errors, and many other. Network errors, just remove the range errors. Network error, memory errors, security errors. These things are called as errors. The syntax errors, here you can see, occur when the structure of the code violates the programming language's syntax rules. For example, missing semicolons, misplaced parentheses, etc. etc. Runtime errors, the errors that appear while you run the program. Errors that occur while running the program. Runtime errors occur while running the program. They are often caused by they are often caused by invalid inputs, unexpected conditions, or some external factors. For example, divide by 0, division by 0, accessing an undefined variable, or using the incorrect data type. Logical errors do not cause the program to crash, but this is your fault. Can you tell me example of logical errors? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Logical error. Can you tell me example of the logical error?
When I apply the logics in the code, then get a wrong
Give me example.
if condition.
Give me example.
If condition or compare logic.
Okay. Yeah. So consider that logical error means that errors you are developing a program and above 50 is a second class, but your program is showing above 50 as first class. That is the logical error.
Yes.
So example, flawed algorithm means algorithm with errors, incorrect conditional statements or improper calculations. Network error. A network error occur when issues with the communication between external servers or the resources. So if you want to communicate with Facebook server, you might get an error. That is part of the network error. Connection timeouts, unreachable servers, incorrect URLs, like that. Memory errors. Memory errors causes when you write a bad code and lot of memory is required. Memory error occurs when there are issues with the memory allocation and the deallocation. Memory leaks. So in JavaScript, you will very rarely find this. Memory leaks, accessing freed memory, or running out of available. A little memory is available and you are trying to occupy a lot of memory, right? Security error. Security error involves vulnerabilities that can be exploited by the malicious actors. Means hackers try to do something with your code. That is nothing but what the security error. For example, XSS attacks, SQL injection, insecure data storage practices. So this is the definition of error. And these are few types of errors. These are what?
Errors.
Types of errors. Okay. Now, how do you handle the errors? Error handling mechanism. H1, error handling mechanisms in the JavaScript. So, new folder, day 48.
Okay.
Day 48, and into this app01.js. So I have const number 1 is equals to 10, const num2 is equals to 20. Okay. Or here let's have a function calculate. Here I can have num1, num2, Okay. Return num1 upon num2. So I'm calling calculate over here. So console.log calculate 10 upon 10, then 10 upon 100, say 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 10 upon 0, so 1 upon 1, okay, 3 3 by 2 2. So what would be the output? Can you please tell me? CD
First 0, there is undefined.
day 48 undefined. First this one undefined, 10 upon 10 is undefined.
0.
0. What is 10 upon 10? 0. Yeah. What is 10 upon 10?
There is a divided by or
If you can see here, num1 upon num2, num1 divided by num2. What is the answer for this?
1.
1 or 0? Why you said 0? Okay. Now run the program. See node app01.js. And if you see here, infinity, return this infinity. What's the problem? What's the problem? Why infinity? Can you please tell me?
10 upon 0
10 upon 0 what?
is not calculated.
Why? 10 upon 0 not?
The value is 0.
Value is 0. Now here this is an unexpected event, right? This is an unexpected event. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is totally unexpected event. So here you need to handle the error. So this thing is called as error. Infinity. This is unexpected. I didn't expect this to be over here. So what we can do? Denominator should not be 0. If num2 is exactly equals to 0, then we are going to do something, throw new error. See here, from here we are throwing error. Num2 cannot be 0. Num2 what? Cannot be 0. Num2 cannot be 0. Right? So if you are doing any mistake in the num2, it is going to return some error to you. So this is a one thing. Let's uncomment this, and what we can do, try over here, and whatever can generate the error, write that into the try. So this can generate the error because of the num2 catch. Here we can say error object err and console.log err. And from here, if it enters into, if there is a no error, everything is okay, right? If there is a no error, everything is okay, then it will directly return from here. If there is any error in this calculation, if there is any error into this calculation, it will go into this catch block. It will print the error and return nan, not a number. Okay, this is one way. Let's see now what happens. Commented way is another way. So if you see here, it is still returning infinity for this. Just a minute. So here if you see, so this statement is explicitly not generating any error. Explicitly it is not throwing any error. See here, this statement, what I'm saying, is explicitly not throwing any error, but it is just showing that infinity, a word, or you can just try something like this, dot to string. Now let us see. Now infinity in the string form. So remember that this guy is not returning any error, as such any error. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm just getting one message from client. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. So if you see here, if you know this line is generating error, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
If you know this piece, not a return statement, but if this logic is generating any error, if this logic is generating any error, right? If this logic is generating any kind of error, then that error object will be thrown over here.
Yes.
So from here, one object would be thrown here. From here, one object would be thrown here. From here, one object would be thrown here. And that object is captured in this error reference. And that error is handled over here. Okay. That error is handled over here. So what we will do, let's uncomment this. So here you are saying that if num2, if what? Num2, then throw the error. So presently I will remove this try catch from here, because as such this guy is not generating any error. So here the function calculate can throw the error. Function calculate can throw the error, which means that you need to write this try. Can you see try catch? You can write this into try catch. Now what is happening here? What is happening over here? This line can cause the error, correct? Which means that this function can throw the error. That error object can be captured over here, and here you can say console.log this error object. Okay. Similarly, you can write everything into the try catch. So presently I will delete all these things because these are not generating any error, right? So this will not generate any error, and this will generate error. So here I can say try catch over here and console.log error. Now run the program node. Now can you see here, num2 cannot be 0. So answer of this is getting printed correctly 1.
Yes.
But the minute this function is getting called, it will go to this code and it will check num2. If num2 is exactly equals to 0, what it will do?
It cannot be 0.
It will throw, see new keyword, throw a error object with this data. Can you see here? Num2 cannot be 0. Num2 cannot be 0. Correct? Error handling. This thing is called as what? Error handling. Now presently we are throwing our own errors. Presently we are throwing our own errors. We are throwing our own errors. Okay. Presently we are throwing our own errors, but when you use third-party libraries, they have written their code in this way. So you need to write that particular method in a try catch. Can you see? Try catch. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here we can say app02.js, and here I can write function deposit. So let's have class ATM, class ATM, and class ATM, three functions: deposit, amount, deposit, withdraw, withdraw, and balance, account number. Account number. So here we can say hash ACNO. What is the hash ACNO? Can you please tell me?
Special.
What do you mean by hash ACNO?
There is a
Not revising. What do you mean by hash? What do you mean by
hash is used for a special.
what special? Hash is used for special what?
Access the modifier private.
That is the private one. Okay. So straight away, first we will check one error over here. If ACNO, if ACNO dot trim, if ACNO dot trim is exactly equals to empty. If it is empty, we can throw one error, throw new error, invalid account number. Invalid account number. Correct? Then deposit. So here we can say hash balance, BALANCE. Let's accept balance also. So this dot hash balance is balance. So here we can check if initial balance, if balance is less than 0, invalid balance, invalid balance. So here also we can check the logic. If amount is less than 0, amount is less than 0, then let's throw the error, throw new error. Here we can say invalid amount. Again, if deposit, that is okay. Here we can say if amount is less than 0, invalid amount, okay. If amount is less than what? Hash balance, means what? Insufficient balance, you cannot withdraw. Insufficient balance. There is no error over here. So whenever hence from now you will write business logic. Whenever hence from now you will write business logic. Okay. Remember that whenever you write business logic, remember that that should have a error handling in this way. So here const ATM, new ATM, account number 123, balance 0. So here we can say ATM dot withdraw minus 10, right? So you need to write
So
these.
there is a withdraw deposit
Withdraw
license. ATM dot.
ATM dot deposit. What's the problem? Console dot log error. ATM dot deposit minus 10. This is invalid, right? You cannot add minus 10 rupees. App 02. Invalid amount. Can you see here you got the error? Whenever you create the class or any functionality like this, that should be handled with the errors in this way, so that users of this class or callers of this method should easily get the thing like this. Okay, I will come to that point in short, but this is the way. Now if you ask me a question, what if you remove this try catch and if you run the code, then you see still error is there. See here, still error is there. You write it or you don't write it, try catch. Then what's the purpose of writing try catch? Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me what's the purpose of writing try catch then? If you write this or you don't write it, it will throw the error in the console. Then what's the purpose of writing try catch? Think and tell me.
First check in the constructor.
Huh?
First we check above. Then
Okay.
when it is match, then try block is try block is run. When the try block is not match, the error throw, and console log error is
The answer is very simple. To handle the error, you need this block. You know that this method can cause the error. This method can cause the error. This method can cause the error. So if error is generated, how do you provide solution to that error? How do you provide solution to that error is nothing but this catch block. In a catch block, you will provide the solution. Now, there is one more block called as finally. Console.log. No matter what, I will be called. So this block is going to get called only when there is an error. So I remove this. Can you see? No matter what, I will be called. So this block is not getting called at the time of good condition, right? So 10 is valid number, but minus 10 is not valid. So because of minus 10, this catch block would be getting called. Also, now see here, this is the good condition. Still the finally is getting invoked. This code is getting invoked. Now look at this invalid amount. So for minus 10, this is getting called as well as this is getting called. In short, over here, over here, no matter there should be error or there shouldn't be error, no matter there should be error or there shouldn't be error, the finally block would be getting invoked all the time. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So finally block would be getting called all the time. No matter what, there is an error or there is a no error. There is an error or there is a no error. Finally block would be getting called in each situation. But catch block would be getting called only and only the statement in a try statement or the statements in a try block are generating the errors. If statements in the try block are generating the errors, then and only then catch block gets called. Okay. Handling mechanisms. Try catch. First, what?
Try catch.
First handling mechanism. So try catch statement. So let's write here H2. Try catch. The try catch statement in the JavaScript, we just have seen what is a try catch, right? The try catch statement in the JavaScript is a mechanism for handling the runtime errors controlled and in a graceful way. It allows, here you can say, it allows you to write the code that might throw the exception within the try block and then catch and handle that exception in a catch block, right? Whatever error is thrown from here, that is going to be handled by this catch block. Okay.
Yes.
So basic example of the try catch. Basic example of the try catch over here. So let's break down the components. Let's break down the components. Here we can say try block. This block contains the code that might throw an exception. What is the exception and error? You can use in the JavaScript interchangeably that the error, throw an error, you can say error instead of exception, error. Okay. Throw an runtime error. If here you can say if an error occurs within the try block, the control is transferred immediately to what? If there is an error over here, immediately it will go over here, right? Now catch block. Catch block. This block is executed only if exception occurs, error occurs in the associated try block. Here you can say the catch block takes an error parameter, which is the object representing the caught error. You can choose any variable name not limited to error, but conventionally error or ERR is used. The code inside catch block is representable for handling the errors. Code or we'll write code later on. So we have discussed the finally block also.
Yes.
Okay, catch block. Finally block. This is the optional block actually. H2. Try catch finally. Try finally. Try catch finally. So everything is same related to the try and catch. The finally block is used in conjunction with the try catch. The finally block is used in conjunction with the try catch statement, and it contains the code that will be executed regardless of whether exception is thrown or not. The finally block ensures that certain cleanup or the finalization step. So if you want to do irrespective of, the finally block ensures that certain cleanup or the finalization steps are performed, making it useful for the tasks such as the closing resources, releasing the memory, or logging, etc. Right? The finally will be executed all the time. Finally will executed what? All the time. So here we can write the code. Try catch finally. Try and catch are same. There is no change. Here is the basic syntax for try, catch, finally. Okay. Try, catch, finally. Now there is something called as try catch multiple, sorry, H2 try and multiple catch. Multiple catches. So let me create new file 03 app 03.js. So here a function check and parse. Check and what? Parse. So here str date string. So return. So here we can check if if so here I can say class invalid date error extends error. Extends what? Error. Can you tell me what do you mean by extends? Constructor message. Hello? What do you mean by extends keyword? What do you mean by super keyword? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by extend keyword?
Extend use for extend the constructor class.
Extend the constructor class. Not practicing, right? So this is what your interview is. Interviewer is going to ask these questions to you. And you are not prepared. What is the meaning of super keyword?
Super is used for
Yeah, super is used for
super is used for the constructor messages get in a subclass.
you are saying anything. Invoking the parent constructor. So you are not revising anything. Okay, see now, if str little bit more professional dot trim is exactly equals to empty, then from here I am going to throw a new error, throw new bad string error. So here we can say invalid input error. Okay, invalid input error. Now if you can say uh, so here we can say if date dot parse, and here we can pass this str. Now see this parse function, does it throw any error? Parse a number, a date string, parses a string containing the date and returns the number of milliseconds between the date and this thing. So what you need to do, just inspect it and let's try to write some code. Date.parse, I can write AAA, which is wrong date. Can you see it is returning a nan? If I write date.parse and let's write correct date 2020 0101, can you see it is returning one number? If this is invalid format, it is returning nan. So we can check something like this. If date.parseStr is exactly equals to number.nan, not a number, then from here we will throw one error, new invalid date error. So not invalid, no input error, and invalid date format. Okay, can you see this check and parse function is going to throw two types of different errors. So what we have created, custom error. We have created custom error. We have created what? Custom error. How? There is a built-in constructor function or class in JavaScript called as error. So you created your own class, extended to that, and in your own constructor you have called the parents constructor. That's what this string would be. Instead of writing something like this, here straight away you have used which object? Error object, the object which is given to you by JavaScript.
Yes.
And here what you did, you extended this error object to your class. Now we have learned the object oriented principles. That's why I have used this thing, right? Now how do you handle this? How do you handle this? Otherwise what? Otherwise return date.parse. Remember that the minute the throw will be getting called, the minute throw would be getting called, the execution of the flow would be return from here. So throw will work as return. Throw will work as what? Return statement. So it will not execute this or it will not execute this. So control would be written directly from here to the catch block, right?
Yes.
You are understanding this or not?
Yes, sir.
Check and parse. Here we can say 2022-0101. Okay, so let's write it into the try catch. And here if you see, this block, it is the error block. One more block, catch. Just a minute. So this is the error. So if you can see, you have this error, this error. So how do you check which error is getting performed? How do you check which error is getting performed? Can you tell me? Which error is there? How do you check? How do you check which error is there? So there are, if you try to write multiple catches in this way, it will not work. Can you see there is an error? JavaScript says that, boss, you already have given me something like this. So why you are writing it again and again? So how do you handle this scenario? I want to check this error is there or this error is there, because the check and parse function is going to throw this error and this error. But how do you identify which error is there? How do you identify which error is there? So here we can say error dot. So we have this error object, error. If you remember, we have seen one clause over, one block over here, instance of. If error is an instance of bad string error, then do this thing. If error is instance of invalid date error, then do this thing. Correct? So if you want to do specific to the error, if this is the error I want to handle in some other way, if this is the error I want to handle in some other way, handle if no input provided, no input date provided, and here you can say handle if invalid date format provided. So you can do something like this as well. Correct? Simply I will print console.log error. So presently I will not do any different, just print in this way. So you don't need to have a if condition like this also just to print, because you can print this over here also directly without if. But just wanted to show you, if there is a scenario, how you will handle app03.js. Okay, we didn't, this is a correct date, that's why it is not printing anything. Now console.log no input error if exactly equals to nan. Why invalid date format is not getting printed? Check and parse. We are throwing some error. Okay, let's not pass anything. Yeah, no input error format, no input error format, which is coming from here. And what is happening with this check and parse? Why it is not entering here? Invalid date, bad string. Console.log str ddd date.parse date.parse, it should be nan. Is exactly equals to number dot it is false. Can you see? it is not equals to that thing. Why? If did dot parse str, it is nan, nan is exactly equals to nan. Okay, instead of doing this thing, just write it into the is nan. Okay, instead of doing this thing, remove this and number dot is nan, number dot is nan. If it is a nan, that was the concern. And can you see invalid date format? Input is there, but date format is wrong. Now this catch is getting called. So here we can say first catch, first catch. Here we can say second catch. Can you see DDD second catch? So this DDD coming from here, right? It is going into the second catch. Now if I pass empty, first catch. So this is how you will handle multiple catches. So there is no multiple catch kind of thing, but you will handle in this way, multiple catches, something like this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So in JavaScript, you do not have, let's write it, multiple catch blocks with the different error types directly. The catch block only catches one exception at a time, and for others you need to use instance of. Okay. For example, check below code. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, there is a nested try catch also. One try catch can contain nested try catch. Nested try catch. New app04.js, nested try catch function, check details or calc num1 upon num2, try catch, again try catch, calc num1 upon num2. Okay, so what we can do over here, if num1, if number dot is nan num1 or number dot is nan num2, then throw error, throw new error, invalid input. Otherwise return num1 upon num2. So here const num1 is equals to 10, const num2 is equals to 0, and here const result is equals to this, and here console.log, console. If this has thrown any error, we can say just print this error dot, just print this error and set const result to 0, like this. Right now, see, just print the error over here, just print the error over here. So this error can be printed over here. Now see, console.log, and here I can say outer catch. Here we can say console.log inner catch. Let us see what happens. So remove this thing right now. Okay, clear. app04.js, so nothing is getting printed. 10 upon 0. Okay, we didn't call, okay, we called the function calc, we called the function calc. 10 upon 0, if is nan num1, say abc. What's the error? Num1 and num2. Hello?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Why is nan is working? If throw new error, invalid input. So num2. So num2 we are passing abc, right? This condition is becoming true now. It should throw the error invalid output. Throw new error. Why? Calc num1 num2. If number 1 num1 2 10 and abc, so number dot is nan num2 false. and number dot, this is the problem, is nan. Both are false. That's why it is not entering into this. So here is not nan. Num2, why num2 is not nan? Is nan. I'm passing ABC. Is nan. Num1 and num2. Why? ABC is not a number. Correct, it is not a number. If it is not a number, either this is not a number, either this is not a number. Just add not num2. Just add not over here. If this is not a number and that is true, outer catch. Now if I take this guy inside, and here if it is printing inner catch and it is printing like this, then I can throw this error. See now what is happening. Inner catch and then outer catch. See what is happening. Nested try catch. So first this line has generated error. This line has generated error. It has thrown to this catch block, right? From this catch block, I have again thrown same error to the outer catch block. So if I comment this line, you will get output as only inner catch. But what I want to do, I want to throw this error to the outer catch also, and that's why rethrowing the error. Rethrowing what? Error. So nested try catch, I can write a code here. Just copy like this. Nested try catch. Okay, then H2 custom error. H2 what? Custom error. Let's write the document for this. So you can create the custom error object in JavaScript by extending to built-in error class. So here is how example of custom error will look like. Custom error class. Okay. Nested try catch. Try catch. Catch finally. Multiple catches. So H2 throw keyword. Throw keyword. In JavaScript, throw keyword is used to manually generate the and throw an exception. It is typically used within the try catch block to handle the exception situations or error conditions. So syntax of the throw keyword is as below. Throw x. Here expression this would be kind of code we have, right? Nested try catch, multiple catches like this. So we have seen these many mechanisms for handling, right? This is all about error handling. So tomorrow would be the last session on the JavaScript, that is on promises. Or max. This week we will cover JavaScript. Next week we will start DOM manipulation. Okay, I have pushed the code and document is up to date. Let's call it for a day.